Allow the children
It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́.
This is Mayegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary.
Innocent Obi, my brother.
Mayegun já wá sí. Mayegun diary.
Kalu Okpara, I've actually missed you. I hope you are getting better, by the way. And to everyone else, you are welcome.
Ó bá ṣe àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary.
Tai Musbao Olamilekan, I cite you. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. And tell them that Mayegun today. Thiefnubu is asking for the Guinness World Record based on his reforms since he became your president. He said, Nigerians have been so grateful for his reforms that the Guinness World Record should give him an award. Maybe we should begin to issue the award today. Ballon D'crook, Ballon D'crook, Ballon de Baron. Any other ballon that you can give to Kolu, please offer them at this point. Share the broadcast.
àní ẹ̀sùn láti ijó ìgbádìyẹ àní ẹ̀sùn láti.
Meanwhile,
the
judiciary, they seems to have, sort of burst a kind of a bubble in Kano. Wàhálà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Òkúra olóṣèlú ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì ayé ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Máyégún ti dé.
Mo ti dé. Satunapa, I cite you too, Baba. So good evening to you, good afternoon to you, and good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live. Just make sure that you take a minute to read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Like the broadcast. That is your own offering for joining us at the temple tonight. And you are welcome. So I'm going to start tonight with the what do you call it? The Thiefnubu's self-appraiser. And as much as some of you are already like sort of annoyed, like what the hell is he talking about? What kind of reform is he talking about? Which of the reform exactly? I'll tell you. I mean, I'll show you. It was in Germany. You listened to the part of this yesterday, I believe, right? Now take your time and listen to this.
If you add the fare of various audios, just look at me. I am from private sector, one of you. Trained by Deloitte, worked for Mobu, ExxonMobil, until I got to become the treasurer of the corporation. So define corporate governance, whichever way. I am in it. And from there, I have governed Lagos for 8 consecutive years. And today, I can brag, beat my chest, that Lagos is on the horizon. It is the 5th largest economy in Africa, from zero. That's a track record that I can use to assure you. And that's the track record that got me into this office as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nigeria voted for me for reforms. And from day one of my inauguration, I started the reform. Day one. To me, if you didn't mention me in the Guinness Book of Record, I will try to find a way to insert myself. Because I did it without expectation. My inaugural speech didn't disclose what I would do that day. I removed the fuel subsidy that is the greatest burden and and pipeline to fraud and irregularities, a great burden to Nigerians from the moment I stepped into the office. There are other reforms. The arbitrage reading exchange rate is gone forever. Now you can bring your money in and out as you wish. Easy in, easy out.
Lies. Did you hear me? Lies. And there is something about people who are compulsive liars. You see, they will be living a lie, and then they will begin to believe the lies themselves. You know, when you are lying to people, and all your life, everything about your life is a lie, okay? At a point, you are going to begin to believe your own lie too. That is called compulsive liars. Those are people called compulsive liars. Shena compulsive concept. Anyway, do you see those who lie unprovoked? Like people who don't have any reason to lie, but they just have to lie. Do you understand? People whose life existence is built on fraud, lies. So when they get to a stage, they begin to believe and live that lie themselves. And I want to tell you something, You see that same, this same diagnosis that I have just told you of, that Thiefnubu is suffering from, a majority of those who also listen to his balablu and who have been like, the Lagos Abobakus and the rest, who have also started believing that. I believe that that is the same, it is the same sickness that so many religious rogues in Nigeria are also living. For example, when you see the pastorpreneurs, like the one who said he went into a toilet in Germany, and he came out of the toilet, airport toilet of Paris, and everybody shouted, "Hallelujah, Jesus!" You know that stuff. You know, you will get to a stage that you begin to look at people and be like, Omo, I just told them, they believe me, sha. And before you know it, you yourself begin to kind of live like that and say, "Are you a doctor?" You say, "Yeah, I'm a doctor." Doctor of what? They always call you Dr. Mayegun, Dr. Mayegun. No, it's because I have a PhD from Oxford. PhD in what? Accounting. Oh, that's amazing. So you must then know about so and so. I was like, no, not that one. It's like accounting plus political science and communication. Oh, okay. Did you get your PhD in accounting or political science or communication? See, Joma Pamijari. Then I can easily just tell my own supporters can easily just come for us. Shut up your mouth. He told you we know him as a doctor. He's a PhD holder. I have seen his certificate. Because even me good, they believe that myself. I begin to live like that. That's what is wrong with Thiefnubu. Every fact available proved that Thiefnubu did not work for Deloitte. He never worked for them. He never became an accountant to them. He never went to Chicago State University. Evidence are there already. Sure you get. But Thiefnubu believed that he went. The same Thiefnubu that went to Chicago State University in 2023 as his certificate. In 1999, 24 years ago, the same Thiefnubu said he went to University of Chicago. And he went to Government College, Ibadan. He went to St. Paul Primary School, Aroloya, in Lagos. That was 24 years ago. In 2023, because he was kind of, exposed, he changed the story, changed the whole lies. Now started using the court to stop them from exposing them. Don't show anybody. Don't expose this. Don't expose that. He spent millions of dollars trying to stop all those places he's claiming. In 2023, University of Chicago don't change to Chicago State University. Government College Ibadan, 1970, it has now changed to Government College Lagos, 1970. Even at that, it was still exposed that the school he claimed to have used to enter Southwest College, in Southwest College in Chicago, then Chicago State University. The school did not establish the school until 1974. People wrote Deloitte. Deloitte, this name, did he ever work for you? No, we have no record of anybody like that. So that same compulsive lying sickness, it has now made him to be able to succeed in capturing the institutions in Nigeria. He didn't do it alone. He is a cash and carry man. Sure, you get whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. So it's not about being smart or no. It is a gangster world. Sure, you get. They give you. You remember that? How many of you watch Narcos? This Mexican drug cartel stuff. Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar will be like, tell me, Pomo or Bullet or something like that. Please, remind me. I'm going to read the comments. It will offer you two things. The first one is money. The second one is bullet. But it said, kind of pronounced that in, what do you call it? It pronounced it in, I think, Mexican or Spanish. I don't know. But a lot of you will remember this. Silver. No, he didn't say silver or lead. The silver is, I'll give you gold or money. The lead is, then I'm going to give you bullets. But there's a way he said it that kind of make it kind of scary. That is the life of Thiefnubu. The lawyers, the judges, who were ready to play balls with Thiefnubu whenever Thiefnubu had case with them, he will offer them riches, lands, properties, money. The judges that are playing hard, they will burn down their courts. Evidence, everything will burn down. Go and read Thiefnubu now. Go and check all of his history, all of his life. Plata or plomo. God bless you. Plata or plomo. That's the Thiefnubu theory. If you are ready to do his bidding, he will give you money and he will have his way. And the moment he has his way, you have become one of his disciples. You are now going to be behind him because you will never have the audacity to confront him or challenge him anymore, no matter the position you are holding in public. So it is that kind of gangster world, organized crime world. And a lot of you know that. Some of you actually loves it. Because to you, nobody can challenge this one. People cannot challenge that one. And when you look at the people they are telling you that you cannot challenge, they have structure. It is the structure of violence, structure of bribery, intimidation, structure of death. If they offer you all of this, it's because they think you have something that is likely going to create a problem. So you get, if they offer you this, you don't take it, they will offer you diploma. So, Thiefnubu, who continued to tell himself these lies, went to Germany. And from what he said he has reformed Nigeria. See, as all of Nakonde, I enjoy. See, my people who are paying black taxes, I have one advice for you. Before you part with that your hard-earned money, be very sure that you are not a mugu to somebody who is really enjoying the reform of Thiefnubu. Because according to Thiefnubu, one, he said, if you bring your money in, don't worry, you will be able to take your money out. That is not true. As we are talking right now, the airlines who are the top of those who have been unable to take their money out of Nigeria, their money, this is like money you are making and banking when you buy tickets, when you do this from them, the money is banked in Nigeria. So at the end of the day, they will take their money to their country, to further use that to run their businesses. $750 million. That's how much Bokwari and Emefiole stole. The money no dey bank. When those airlines check their bank accounts, they will see their balance, that they have $750 million in the accounts in Nigeria, but there is no money there. The central bank could not provide the money. The banks that collected the money from them, they couldn't provide the money. So Bokwari and his gang, they were making a deal, a fool's deal, that in order for us to pay you your money back, Nigeria doesn't spend dollars. We don't spend dollars, so we cannot pay you in dollar anymore. Even though the agreement and all of that of your trade is that your money is going to be taken out in forex, in dollars. So they said, no, we don't have dollars anymore. They've emptied everywhere. But we will pay you the money in Naira, which is going to be like an exchange for your own country's currency. So which means the airlines from UAE, Dubai, who have over 400 million of the money, dollars, they won't be able to get their money. But they are ready to print Naira for them, print the paper for them and give it to them to go and do whatever they like with it. So all of that is the deal. Because of that, that's why they put visa ban on Nigeria and refuse to renew many of those Nigerians who are actually residents in UAE. Thiefnubu went to UAE and they came back with lies. You know what happened now? Because Thiefnubu went to UAE, they told him one single thing. There's nothing wrong in doing business with Nigeria. But what is the essence of doing business in Nigeria and we can't take out our profit? It's going to get trapped in your banks and your government can't do anything. Your central bank can't do anything. Your banks can't do anything. Like, who wants to continue doing business in such place? But if you make provision for that money, sure you get, then all of these offers that all these things you want us to come and do in your country, of course, we'll take a look at them. Unsatisfactory meeting in Dubai, but yet they lie to the whole country. That is the same Thiefnubu who is telling the German investors, who knows him very well, that they can bring their money. All of that one is gone. All of that time that all the past government that make it hard for you to do business and take your money out, that one is gone. I'm the new person now, using the word of mouth when they can actually read the latest news about Nigeria business and all that. Businesses are still living. Under Bokwari, over 1.5 million businesses left Nigeria. And that was what created the economy ruin. Government lost revenue. People lost their jobs. Poverty skyrocketed. None of that has changed. Companies are still living right now. But Kalu went to Germany and told them that their money is safe. I told you about that before. That's not how it works. Then he was telling them that he has stopped arbitrage. Don't let that arbitrage is like one of his word salad, things you just read, economic jargons. What Thiefnubu is saying, he told the Germans, is that he has now unified the exchange rate in Nigeria. Sure you get? He has stopped speculations and all of that. So don't worry, okay? the exchange rates and the whole thing and all of that will not really affect your businesses. Okay, I have done that. Has he done that? Has he? Do you see what I mean by when people lie to themselves? They begin to believe the lies too. Thiefnubu is there telling them that Nigeria has one single exchange rate right now. And it's not true. Oyibo doesn't need to, Germany they don't need to leave that place before one of them will bring out their phone or their iPad and just check it. And they will have everything right there on their palm. Why the goon is spitting nonsense on there, standing there. Not being honest. Deceitful. And you want investment. How do you think that works? Thiefnubu said he has reformed and removed subsidy. The subsidy that he removed is what has further crashed Nigeria to this point today. Increased hardship and all of that. He believes that since the rest of you are comfortable enough that you can only lament and complain, but you have to endure it, he's doing fine. It's not bad after all, despite the fact that in a space of 6 months, Thiefnubu and his roguish 48 thieves, they have managed on your behalf to borrow over 7 trillion naira. If I ask you, what did they use the money for right now? A lot of you probably will just be looking at me like, no idea. Because they use the money to buy themselves a country that is bankrupt. And the world is reading what you are using the money you borrowed for. You borrowed money for luxury, money to share, to be looted and taken out of Nigeria again. But the debt is written under the Nigeria name. The world sees that. If you are doing a reform, it will start from number one. The way you are actually like a looting, not even wasting, looting the public fund. You would have cut that down so much, starting with the political jobbers that they call ministers as well as special advisor, personal assistants, this or that. Thiefnubu has appointed, apart from his ministers, so 48 ministers, right? He has appointed over 2,200 people in the last 6 months alone. Out of these 2,200 people that Thiefnubu has given appointment to, in the last 6 months, almost 800 of them, they are special advisor to him on media. Media. The rest are now being put in, different parastatals, agencies, and then, ministries to add there, change this one, put that one there, and all of that in the last 6 months, which means Nigeria is not bankrupt. The world that these criminals have created is like a two world. You are existing in one, which is the one that is bankrupted. They are existing in one, which is that of surplus and opulent. And you cannot, by any means, hide the difference between these two worlds. Even if you are saying it, your actions are doing otherwise. So if I keep telling you that whatever you suffered under Bukwari, it is going to be a child's play to what you are going to suffer under Thiefnubu. I know sometimes it can just be like, do you want him? Do you wish him to fail? Mayegun, do you want him? If he fails, are we not all going to suffer it? Ni? Are we not all going to, people who are going to die, they're not going to be the innocent people? Ni? Excuse me, please. I am kind of above that, your gaslighting. What I wish, how much I exposed their action, which I believe is actually the determining factor, not what I wish, not your prayers, not your wishes. It is what they do. Sure you get? And it is actually what they are doing. What they are doing will determine if they will succeed or fail. And in their world, success or failure to them is debatable. Bokwari today is telling himself that he did so greatly for you. 65,000 Nigerians died in the hands of armed terrorists in Nigeria. 65,000 in 8 years under Bokwari. Nigeria went from, listen to this one, Nigeria went from the biggest and the top economy in Africa to the top, the world capital for the poor people, the world capital for the jobless people, indebtedness and the rest of that. But today, Bokwari is sitting in his living room, enjoying his peace because he did the best for you. All his actions and the actions of the criminals that they ruined Nigeria together led Nigeria to this. All your prayers, all of your well wishes, all your hope and the rest of them on them, everything died on May 29. So many of you who woke up then probably realized that, okay, what were you waiting for the past 8 years of a Bokwari? That you thought the people like Mayegun wanted him to fail, not because of what he is doing. You should pay attention to what they are doing, which is what Mayegun is paying attention to. Calling your attention to it that, listen, all of these things will have their consequences. And they have nothing, no matter how much of your prayers, no matter how much of your gaslighting, no matter how much of your lies, no matter how much of your denial, their actions will have consequences. And the consequences is going to be calamitous, disastrous. How is that hard for you to understand? How can that be hard for anybody to understand? The actions of Thiefnubu in the last 6 months has further dipped you into perpetual frustration caused by economic ruins. And they are still doing it. So is it me that is wishing him to fail? Or he and his gang are actually succeeding in what they came to do? But you having a different idea of what they came to do because they told you they were going to be different. Even this word difference, right? I don't even know where that is coming from. Why should anyone continue to try to change Thiefnubu's stance? He said, I would continue from where Bokwari stopped. And where did Bokwari stop? And he has continued. So if you watching me right now is yet to actually come back alive, to see how much of your life and that of your loved ones see that are at stake because these criminals, they are still spending another day deciding for you what they think is the best for you. And in my own opinion, what is best for you, what they think is the best for you, is actually the enslavement, the slavery that you just have to learn how to get used to and stop complaining. That is the what they are building for you. Now, you might be glad to live in it, but I don't think everyone will be understanding the effect of that, even on your mental health. Existing in a place whereby it's more or less like the world is rigged against you. It's like you don't exist. You're only existing for the existence sake. And that's it. There are people who don't want that. I mean, there are those who would rather die than live in the world of slavery. And you see, the problem now is this. As much as the word slavery seems to be a very, very strong word, you know, slavery. How can you call him a slave? Harriet Truman said, that was the woman that they said saved thousands of slaves. And when she was asked that, man, you did something that in this era is really, really glorious. Like, number one, how did you manage to come by that? And as people were kind of praising her and all of that, she was like, listen, I could have saved more. It's true I saved a lot of slaves, but they are actually like people who save themselves. Freedom is not free. You must have something to give. And for you to be free, the only thing you have to give is to give up your slavery. So Harriet Truman said, I would have saved more slaves only if they knew they were slaves. Do you get that? Because the modern day slavery, the 21st century slavery, is not that of chains anymore. It's not that of shackles and chains and all of these cuffs. No, not really. The 21st century slavery is mental. It is psychological. It is here. It is here. And the moment these two are already captured, enslaved, you don't need chains. You don't need all of this to see them as slaves. And that is why they were, you call me slave. No. You are a mental slave. Because what you have today is called mental slavery. People have been enslaved mentally by religion. Here you get. People have been enslaved mentally by hate. People have been enslaved by so many things, including inability to stand up against your oppressors. It's all here. I mean, you are not seeing people in chains, are you? Have you been seeing people that they say, look at those people, they are slaves, or they are in chains, or there is a slave camp somewhere, or they are in chains, or because they try to fight. That's why they turn them to put them in chains. No. Everybody is walking with their chains locked around their brains. And that is why they said that sometimes it is better to keep your mouth shut and let everyone think you are a fool than for you to open your mouth and remove all doubt. Make I explain that phrase for you. We have seen people who are going through hell in that same hellish economy that these guys have created for you. You are going through a lot. People are going through it, no doubt. All of you know that personally. And when they say, in fact, give me 1 second. There's actually something I'm going to pop up here.
Cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Chai! So, at least this that I'm about to say, or what I'm trying to say here, so many of you, the obedient, you should be very familiarized with this, because they have called you disrespectful. You have no respect. And do you know why? The people who tend to tell you that you have no respect, they are like adults, like grown up, especially the older ones, right? Because you are complaining about the failed government and how it is affecting you. And in the way you are expressing yourself, they said, okay, even if the country has failed and all of that, you shouldn't be reacting that way. Then you will see some of them, some people that you used to look up to, especially on social media, even right there in your different communities, even in your family. And then when they when you, I mean, you probably felt like they had sense. Then you have watched many of them. Sometimes you look at them, you're like, this Egbon, they look like he gets sense in this area. I know they too talk. He doesn't really talk much. So people don't know if he gets sense or he don't get sense. But you can keep it that way. Then you see them come around to come and justify certificate forgery. They started justifying drug dealing. They started justifying violence and in election. They started justifying bribery. And they started justifying all of this criminality. And a lot of you begin to be like, Egbon. Egbon, disappoint me, go. I'm so disappointed, Egbon. I used to think, say, you get sense in it. I wish you have kept your mouth shut. And people can begin to kind of say, it gets sense, it no get sense. It gets sense, it no get sense. Then now you've spoken, everybody don't hear you. You have removed all the doubts. You no get sense. You remember that phrase? So it's similar to that one that, I could have saved more slaves only if they knew they were slaves. There are many, many of them who have been mentally enslaved right now. They will defend the criminals whose decisions and actions have led to their own economic downturn. They will defend them. Then after that, they will begin to look for somebody to help them, to support them. People to blackmail, people to gaslight and say, though you shouldn't be judging me because of that. We should all be praying for them and the rest of, get what I mean? So this platform is to help you, to help yourself. Because it is not what I wish. If they fix your electricity, if they fix your healthcare system, build you standard hospitals, health centers, and you have access to them, affordable healthcare, accessible healthcare, and everybody can see it. There is 24 hours electricity. Unemployment in Nigeria is cutting down. People are beginning to get back to work. They are beginning, the economy is beginning to pick up again. The manufacturing sector, they have received their own stimulus package. In America, when their economy had this something that looks like a Great Depression. Remember, recently, we're not so recent anymore. That depression, what did they call that thing? Global depression, income. The billionaires lost their money, people lost jobs and all of that before COVID, though. You remember that? You know what America did? Number one, they don't want businesses who need finances to get to the bank and not be able to afford the available loans. Not be able to see loans. And if they see any, to become unaffordable. So at the end of the day, businesses will be affected and businesses will die. Sure you get. Even though businesses were meant to die, then American government rolled out something called the stimulus package for all these industries. They don't like that in America. Some part of America, like some Americans don't like that. They believe that they are just handing the taxpayers' money to all these Wall Street businesses. After all the Wall Street CEOs must have awarded themselves, all this big package. You know the story, what I'm saying, Sha? But the point I'm trying to make here is this. Despite the fact that some of the CEOs who ran down their, in America, who ran down their businesses through their greed or whatever, not through economic hardship like corrupt government like they have in Nigeria. Sure, you get corrupt Wall Street, who have now is about to collapse America. And if American economy collapse like that, the rest of the world economy, So what did they do? Stimulus package, the package. Listen, this money will give it to the banking sector so that all the small, big manufacturing companies in America who needed money, they won't need to lay people off because they can no longer pay them anymore. Sure, you get, instead of laying all of them off, they will be able to get money from their banks to support their business throughout the period that the economy is. So by the time the economy begin to kick back, jobs, the companies who couldn't survive that will die. But maybe after a year or two, new companies will begin to rise again. You see those ones that stood the test of time then, right? They will keep jobs. Then they will begin to hire again. Like that. It will be like they open another book. Many of you have seen that happen in America many times. It has happened in this country, UK, too. You do them not because you cannot ignore your economy to go, what have you, but it is because you can't. People's lives depend on that. If the economy should go bankruptcy, the government will go bankrupt, people will go poor. Things will go like, just like that. It will be like, say, you burn paper. But instead of them to package money and give to these industries in Nigeria, manufacturing sectors, all of these micros, give these monies to banks and say this money is the federal government money. 10 trillion naira. We've mopped up 10 trillion naira. This 10 trillion naira is going to go into Nigeria economy. We are going to give money to those who wants to help us improve electricity. We are going to break all the contracts down for everybody. If you are good in generating electricity and distributing them, come in. We'll give you money to start. It's your money, because by the time the economy begin to peak again, your 10 trillion, you feel make them. Nigeria, for people who get sense, so that 10 trillion you put in your economy that goes into all these places, keep jobs, and people are still living normally, in maybe another 5 years, that 10 trillion, you can be making it every month from taxes and everything you are gaining from everywhere. When everywhere is booming, people are working, making money, and all of that. They won't even care who is in charge of government. They won't even care how much you are stealing. Well, they will care because it's going to affect them eventually. But I mean, they won't care how much of money you are spending on yourself that much. And if they talk about them, it won't be of like they want their country to burn. They want to break everything. These are the things that normally, talking about actions, but they didn't do that. You saw them. They didn't do that. These guys have taken over 7 trillion naira. You did not see that in Nigeria. You did not see that in anywhere. Why? Because they've used the money to buy cars. They've used the money they've used the money, shared the money on ridiculous projects that have nothing to add to you. But Mayegun that is telling you that you will go through hell in the hand of these guys. Now Mayegun no wish you well. But their actions and what they are doing, that one is wishing you well. Because your prayers can now make all the wastage to turn to profit for you. Remember, you still have debt to pay. Here you get. America will look at their economy, manufacturing sector, car manufacturing sector, chemical sector, this one sector, 10 billion, 5 billion, $20 billion, $45 billion, $18 billion, $30 billion. They're going to put their billion dollars in those sectors. And within a year, you begin to read it in their media. How many jobs are now coming back? What is the inflation now? As the jobs are coming back, inflation will be going down. And before you know it, everybody will begin to live normally. Even if inflation is not back to where it started from. In 2015, from 2015 to 2023, inflation in Nigeria jumped to over 700%. 700%. Petroleum per liter in Nigeria from 97 naira to over 615. 600 and what now? 620 naira, Abi? That is what you call inflation too. That is not 20% inflation. That is not 30% inflation. How many 97 naira are you going to see in 630 naira? How many 97 naira? At least, Okereju, you will still see like a 697 naira. 6. So the money you will use to buy 1 liter in 2015 is what you are going to use. The money you are going to use to buy 1 liter in 2023 is what you are going to spend to buy 6 liters. That is not inflation of 20%. Look at this. Titus sardine, Titus. Apart from the fact that they said they have reduced the number of fish inside that thing, this used to be about 70 naira in Nigeria. 8-9 years ago, 70 naira. In 2015, it was about 90 naira. In 2015. Today, it's about 900 naira. She 10% inflation here. When these economic criminals are telling you and giving you, speaking all these grammars. In the UK, we suffered COVID. We suffered economic downturn. Things got so bad in the UK. The government started giving people money. And they called it cost of living crisis. Cost of living allowance. They don't give me, because they say me, I don't qualify. And the type of visa they gave me, the type of residency I have in the UK, is that fine, you can stay here as long as you want, as much as you want. You can become whatever you want to become. But listen, you are going to pay for everything. And if anything should happen to you, that you can no longer feed yourself, you can no longer pay your rent or anything anymore, when we are sorry for you, we will not be able to help you. That's my own condition in this place. But guess what? I'm fine. I'm all right. I'm okay. But the inflation also affected this country. And if you want to understand when they say 7% inflation, 8% inflation, 5% inflation, you can easily tell it on your everyday life, year in, year out. May I give you an example? You see this, my aftershave 212. When I first got to this country in 2012, a bottle of this 212 was somewhere, that is like 100 ml, right? Was, if I can remember very well, was around 55 to 60, between 55 pounds and 60 pounds. You get discount and all of that, okay? Today, with the inflation of, what do you call it in the UK now? 6% or something. I'll be 7%. The bottle of this 212 in 2023, 11 years after, is about 65 pounds. So, when you look at between 2012 and 2023, and you see the increase, is an increase of less than 10 pounds. Less than 10 pounds increase. That is inflation. Not just that. What else can I use that is like an everyday thing? Okay. A bag of rice. Let's use that. We have different kind of rice here, okay? We have 5 kg rice. We have 10 kg rice. Or the rice that I usually get, okay? 10 kg. Now, you see, 12 years ago, I could buy a type of normal rice of 10 kg for $7.99. 10 kg bag of rice, $7.99. A 10 kg basmati rice then as well was like about maybe $9.99, 10 pounds. Now, 12 years after that, a bag of that basmati rice today is between, and that 10 kg is now somewhere around maybe 15 pounds or less. Here you get. Then you see that ordinary one, that ordinary $7.99, 10 kg, is somewhere around $10.99 today. In 12 years, the price of that bag of rice increased by maybe 4 pounds and 7 pounds. That is to weigh inflation. In Nigeria, let's go back to this. You see this thing, a tin of Titus here is, was 75p, 65 pence, 75 pence about 12 years ago. Today, you see this can today is just about £1 20 pence. If you buy it from the African shop, maybe you pay £1 99 for this can. That is in the UK. In Nigeria, from 90 naira, that thing, despite the reduction in the quality and the quantity inside it, it has jumped times 10. You see, when something goes from, let's say, 10 naira to 15 naira, that is 50% inflation. When something goes from 10 naira to 20 naira, that is complete 100% inflation. It simply means the money you are going to spend to buy one, you used to use that to buy two. You get that now? Now, when the price of something goes from 100 naira, from 10 naira to 100 naira, that is not 10% inflation, no. That is 1,000% inflation. That is what Nigerians are dealing with today. Even though officially they said, Nigeria is currently at a 27.3% inflation. That is not true. It's not true. A bag of rice in 2015, 8 years ago, was 7,500 naira. Yes, 7,500 naira. And a bag of rice of 50 kg rice in Nigeria today is over 50,000 naira. Can you still say that is a 27% inflation? Now, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on like that, but I'll save myself the rest. You are dealing with a Kolu, and if you think you understand the propaganda, under Kolu, propaganda le mamaje. Okay? They signed a deal, and they said they signed a 500 million euro deal. Another lie. Not that they didn't sign any, what do you call it? They call it crude oil exchange deal. But here is the truth. It is called MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, not between Nigeria and Germany. Now see if I still have the name, so that I can actually put it in the video too, and you understand this pretty much better, okay? Now here, it is called the LNG agreement, and it is between a Niger Delta company, LNG company, and a German energy company, which is that by 2026, they will be dealing with this company in Nigeria to, to be taking a gas from them and selling them in Germany and even in Nigeria. Something to say, oh, we will come to Nigeria and through you, we can buy gas, okay, that we can also ship to Germany and sell. And we believe that the contract is going to worth 500 million euro in the long run, 2026. But they have presented it to the Akuri Ningalanlai, has already told their Mugus in Nigeria that Thiefnubu signed 500 million euro contract oil deal. That's not what happened. But it doesn't even matter. Iro le mamaje, propaganda laro, propaganda loson, propaganda lale, propaganda for breakfast, propaganda for lunch, propaganda for dinner. And when you finally eat it so much, that you become so thinner due to the hunger and the rest of it that some of you are living in denial of, maybe then, truly then, either all of you go come gather together, give Thiefnubu the Guinness World Record, or you're going to give him the Ballon D'crook. You give him the world record of reforming your lives, and then he will come give you the Ballon D'crook, Ballon D'crook, Ballon de this, and you know what I mean. Everybody, you better go and get ready. It is not what I wish, Because I always tell people, I actually wish you what you wish yourself. If you wish yourself on the Bokwari, you will get the Bokwari. You wish yourself on you wish Thiefnubu on yourself, you will get Thiefnubu. It doesn't matter what I wish for you. I wish you what you wish yourself. Don't go anywhere. We are going to Kano soon. Wala tibereni Kano. I'll tell you why.
He don't cast, last. Everybody go chop breakfast.
Everybody go chop breakfast. The last protest that happened in Nigeria, End SARS. End SARS was it's sort of a national and international what do you call it, protest that shook the establishment in Nigeria to their foundation. Bokwari shook on national television, trying to respond to the request of the young people. But that ignited, what actually ignited the End SARS was because of the police brutality. End SARS, End SAC, End this, whatever. And it nearly, almost broke Nigerians free from the shackles of APC, Egbekegbe. But they fought back. They murdered people, slaughtered them. It was a massacre across the country. Then people believe that it will never happen again. They will never let that happen again. But others are very much convinced that, you see, Mayego, the situation that led to that at the time, and what actually eventually happened at the time as well, that it has sort of radicalized the younger people in Nigeria, that if the status quo continues, it will only take a little thing or whatever to spark it, and this time around, it's going to be worse for them than what they experienced during End SARS. And I said, what would that be then? Sometimes you feel like they don't start from northern Nigeria. The revolution will start from northern Nigeria. That is a brother of mine from southern Nigeria assuring me. Then another thing will happen again, and they will be like, the northern Nigeria are the ones that are holding us back. Only if they will support revolution. So it's like always like weather, events, happenings, make people feel like, is it time? Are they ready? Is it now? Are we going to do it now? Then it just sort of mellows down, and people wait for another one again. But the one that seems to not be going away anytime soon is the atrocities that the judiciary are committing. It is so scandalous. It is beyond shame. Okay? And you might not even find the right word to describe it for how disgusting and lower the supposed that the last hope of common man has now become the judiciary. For the highest bidder, a lot of people now believe that those who stole people's mandates, those who terrorized the country called election, and every factor before them and the rest, they probably are not to be blamed. If the judiciary actually uphold the law, if they were not looking for technicalities, if they try to save your demonstration of grace, just maybe these criminals will know that there is actually a bus stop to their shenanigans. Or we'll just be dreaming too much. We know what we know. Okay? the establishment is not complete without the judiciary, who has been helping them to use that fraudulent book called the 1999 Constitution for these criminals to escape justice, including electoral justice. They had election like charade, I called it last time, right? And in Kano, in 2019, these guys put themselves together, okay, to kick out a thief, in case if you have forgotten, to kick out this guy, Gandola.
ce bai da ita a hannun lokacin shi power head okay kawo
That was Gandola as the governor of Kano State, collecting a bribe. After awarding road contracts, they will come back and pay him some percentage. So he was exposed, but he was never arrested because he had immunity. But his former boss, Kwakwansop, was hell-bent in getting him out of that place. So in 2019, he did all he could to rig, and eventually succeeded, getting the election to become inconclusive. And when they did a rerun in some few places, he was able to scale through. And he came back, broke down the Kano State Emirate. And that was when he deposed, what do you call him? Sanusi as Emir of Kano. Now, fast forward to 2023. He went to Koto, they went to Koto, this Abba guy, or Yusuf Abba, at Gawuna. So, I mean, and Gandola, rather. So they went to court, the courts legitimized Gandola's rigging. Now, Gandola is now the godfather. So he decided to choose someone else to succeed him, Gawuna. So the guy on the left is Yusuf Abba. That is the NNPP guy for 2023. The one on the right is, I think, Haruna Gawuna, being called something like Gawuna. That's his name. Now, Gawuna is in APC. Yusuf Abba on the left is in NNPP. Okay. And the election was held. APC was defeated. Initially, APC took the guy to court, the tribunal, and they accused him of rigging, overvoting, and all of that stuff. And also that he was not properly nominated. The time he joined the party, as well as the time the party nominated him, blah, 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 which the Nigeria Supreme Court ruled that it's a pre-election matter. It's none of the court's business how the party nominates their candidates. Like I said, it is Nigeria Judiciary, the same law. So APC wanted him removed for technical reason or technicality. They did not file his name in time or something like that, which is not true. Okay. However, the tribunal could not prove, they said they could not prove overvoting against the guy. But when it comes to that, his political party did not nominate him on Sunday. Instead, they nominated him on Monday instead of nominating him on Sunday. And because of that technical reason, the person who had the original real votes that defeated the APC Egbekegbe can no longer be governor. So the guy went for appeal. He appealed. Now, appealing the judgment of the tribunal, the appeal court now gave his own judgment. Now, here is what has now caused confusion that may likely cause a big riot in Kano when the Supreme Court, if the Supreme Court should also use technicality and remove the guy. Shall you understand now? The appeal court ruled in their ruling that APC has no case and that Haba Yusuf has proved his case is appeal and therefore all of his prayers are now granted. But something happened. They didn't know that the judgment said he is still the governor because they haven't seen a copy of it. But the day they choose as the day to deliver the judgment, the judgment delivered was that Yusuf Abba of NNPP is not the governor of Kano State because he was not duly nominated by his party. Just the same ruling from the tribunal. So people reacted. What is this? Gawuna is coming. APC, Gawuna is coming. You saw the video. I shared that with you, yeah? Then the NNPP people were like, no, okay, we need a copy. We need a copy. You must give us a copy of the judgment. Now, when they gave them the copy of the judgment, in one of the pages, having said all of, you are now Abba Kabir Yusuf, and then APC, as well as INEC and Gawuna and the rest of them. Anyway, now you see this place that is underlined. If you read it, this is the judgment from the lead judge, from the lead judge. I will conclude by stating that the live issues in this appeal are hereby resolved in favor of the first respondent and against the appellant. That's the first page, right? The second page, in the circumstances, I resolve all the issues in favor of the appellant and against the first respondent. Now the same really no. So continue to say the judgment of the tribunal in petition number blah 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 blah. And they said the next paragraph is the sum of 1 million naira is hereby awarded as cost in favor of the applicant and against the first respondent. Now, if you look at this, right, I'll tell you what people said caused this confusion. Corruption, Baba, Sheri, corruption, If corruption don't kill Nigeria, corruption don't finish Nigeria already. But at this point, if you don't kill Nigeria, Nigeria go kill all of us at this point. Because these guys, Omo. Now let me explain what happened to you. The tribunal judge, the head of the tribunal, has been nominated as one of the Supreme Court justices, by the way. So you know, the head of Kano tribunal, appeal court, the one that gave the judgment that is causing confusion now, they have appointed him to appeal court too. To Supreme Court too. She is going to be a Supreme Court judge, but that's not the issue yet, okay? So they said, it was a last-minute impute that all of the prayers of the appellant now is the governor there who appealed tribunal judgment. So they awarded 1 million in his favor for his appeal. And that 1 million is to be paid to him by the APC governor, INEC and the rest of them. Okay? But at the start of the reading, it was put there that his appeal, that they are not approving his appeal. Let me read that again. I will conclude by stating that the live issues in this appeal are hereby resolved in favor of the first respondent and against the appellant. The live issues like, what do you call that? Issues like rigging, issues like vote buying, issues like, printed result and all of that. They ruled that in the favor of the respondent, which is the APC. So that part has now created problem because that's the part they forwarded to the person they removed as governor. How can you still say you remove me when your ruling says in the circumstances you resolve all the issues in favor of the appellant and against first respondent? So that means I'm still the governor now. The tribunals, God damn it, they are now asking the lawyers to the governor to send back the judgment copy they sent to them. Send it back. We want to make correction. We'll send you the original one later. We'll send you the amended one. So they want to remove that part from it after sending it to them first. That's what they're asking them to do now. Please send it back. It's an error. It's an error. It's an error, okay? And when you look under it, you will see irọ́ ni pẹ̀kun. Chief Wole irọ́ ni pẹ̀kun. Irọ́ Wole irọ́ ni pẹ̀kun. The man that they said, no, it's not only that he's been indicted for influencing judges and judgment, for bribing judges to buy judgment. He's been indicted. He's been banned on few forums, but he is a champion. He knows how to, that's what Mario Dili said. Yeah, Ironi Peku knows how to win case. He knows how to win election cases. And all of that have already been exposed, how they do it and all of that. I don't want to take you into that too. So when they removed the Abba guy, he said he's going to the Supreme Court. And his first statement before what happened today happened. Because the moment people saw that, hang on, when they removed him, listen to this.
The Governorship Election Tribunal issued a remote judgment purporting to cancel the mandate given to us by the good people of Kano State. We assembled a team of lawyers that filed appeals and requested the appellate court to set aside the judgment of the tribunal for lacking in merit. Unfortunately, the Court of Appeal has today delivered another miscarriage of justice on the flimsy ground that the APC is contesting my membership of the NNPP, despite the overwhelming evidence presented before the courts about the genuineness of my membership. I want to inform the good people of Kano State, and indeed all well-meaning Nigerians, that based on the consensus of our stakeholders, we have instructed our lawyers to commence the process of appealing this judgment at the Supreme Court of Nigeria. We are optimistic that the Supreme Court will, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, set aside these miscarriages of justice by the tribunal and the appeal court and reaffirm our mandate given to us by the good people of Kano State. I therefore want to urge all the good people of Kano State to continue to go about their legitimate businesses unimpeded, as government has taken all necessary measures to ensure the security of lives and properties in the state. I want to assure you that this temporary setback will not deter us from continuing with all our projects and programs targeted at restoring the lost glory of our state. We shall continue to roll out more projects and programs to better the lots of the good people of our state. Fellow,
the more you look, the less you see.
Abba. Abba, Abba. That was 4 days ago. So today, when the copy of that judgment came out, they just gave themselves out. You know what I mean? Like they gave themselves out to everyone like Abba, Nigeria Judiciary. You will remove somebody where the same judiciary said, it is none of your business. That's what they told Atiku and then Obio. When they challenged the nomination of a shitty man, presented all the evidence and everything. The court said, it is not Obi and Atiku's business how APC nominated their candidates. And there are already judgments in that regard, that political party, and if you are not a member of political party, you cannot change, you cannot challenge them. How somebody becomes a candidate. But they are removing those they believe that, we cannot let that go like that too, because they have the power to. They are the ones who will decide where opposition should be. If they don't want opposition there, they don't want none. Go to court. So people now realize that, is it shocking? Is it by any means shocking to any of you that the person who is creating the problems that is about to consume Kano now has been nominated for the Supreme Court bench? I told you that's how they compensate them. Go and look at all of the people nominated for to the Supreme Court. Go and look at all the names of all of the governorship tribunals. All the tribunals, appeal courts. Go and look at all of them right now. And go and take a look at the list of those who are going to Supreme Court. It is a payback time for them. But will they be able to enjoy whatever they are going to get from this malady? Would they be able to enjoy? I'm just asking. More go to Kano. The moment people saw the evidence that the compromised judiciary is confused. How could the judiciary be so confused? In their own judgment that they wrote themselves. They wrote it themselves. Except somebody wrote it for them. Let's go to the street of Kano. At first, they started peacefully. Peacefully. I told you. Then it got to this.
This morning, the concerned citizens of Kano arranged a peaceful prayer session in the Mahaha field. Unfortunately, after the peaceful session, the Nigerian police come and open fire on us. This is open day robbery. The Kano mandate has been stolen by the APC. The APC are trying to turn the Nigerian political system into one-party system. This will never be accepted, and we are calling on the masses to start bringing us food, water, and other supplies. We will not leave this place. We are going to die here. We are going to sleep here. We will not move. We will keep staying here until the justice prevails. Our appeal has been already submitted to the Supreme Court, and these people are calling numerously on the issues to defend APC. APC is a fraud. APC is a one-party system. We are here to die for Abba. Abba is the governor we elected. We are here to die. It's either police to kill us or go and kill Ganduje. Ganduje is the culprit behind all this, what is happening in Kano. Enough is enough. We cannot continue this way. Enough is enough.
That's from Kano. People should bring us food. People should bring us water. We will die here. We are not living here. Even though they'll go home. Sure you get. Police are shooting at us. Why are they shooting at us? Because Gandola is now the chairman of APC. National chairman of APC. Egbekegbe. Al-Qaeda People's Congress. Alimajiri People's Congress. From Kano. I told you it started gradually and gradually get to that. We die here today. We die here today. Then to this one. And to this. At some points, yeah, he also got to this. We are not going anywhere. Even though their leaders will eventually tell them to go and wait for the Supreme Court. Everything is in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will rule. So the day Supreme Court is going to deliver the judgment in Abuja, and the Supreme Court says it is APC, Gawuna, and these people who knows that's it again. They've done it again. They've taken it from them again. So you probably would need to wait and see what the reaction would be. Or maybe these ones are not going to even wait for Supreme Court at all. A lot of guessing and all that. Abi? When they were done.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, àgbàdo, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps, we create our food. I mean, that's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
Ah, God, why do you brought me to this Nigeria? What is my sin? Kí lẹ ṣẹ̀ mi gangan? Kí ni ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi tó fi dá mi sí Nigeria yìí? Ìkíní, èkejì, ẹ̀kẹta. Ah! Ó yẹ o.
Oh yeah. So that is my welcome back from Kano. Tell me welcome back, Mayegun. At least say that to me so that I can feel like I've just come back from Kano, right? Or somebody has something to say to you, especially on this Kano issue. You know, the way they too understands it, right? I think you should listen to this.
Has been set aside. Is hereby set aside.
Is hereby set aside.
All the page 57, page whatever, we say, how is it that in your certified true copy, signed by the judge or by the judges, you have that conclusion? How? Were there two different judgments typed and prepared? That is the issue. Leave the facts and the law to the Supreme Court. What we're saying is that the optics are bad, and you cannot stop anyone right now from saying that they have no confidence in the judiciary.
Okay.
It is not a joke. I'm not saying you're joking about it. Yeah, the facts and the law will be settled in the Supreme Court.
Ladipo Johnson.
When the Court of Appeal
Ladipo Johnson
comes out with that, then you begin to know that in this modern day of computer-produced documents, something must have been there. Was it cancelled? Was part of it removed? Well, are they going to tell us it's a clerical error? They cannot say that.
Well,
there's what we call the slip rule in law, where you can recall your judgment if there's a small error. This is not a small error.
Nigeria is so corrupt, which I regret the day I was born in this country. It's unfair. This is unfair now. This is unfair. Nigeria is so
fair. This is unfair. This is what Nigerians have to deal with. And the majority will just be like, oh, that's what they do, Jari. I can't deal with it, Jari. Oh, I just face my life. And where you are facing your life, Jeje, trying to face your life, Jeje, that you are not interested in all of this. Now, dear, they go still bring their calamity come meet you. You are doing your business, Jeje. You are facing your life. Now, when you come try, won't go face your life, you realize that that life where you won't go face, that business where you won't go face, they won't take them from you, but they won't say they want to take your business. It's because they are going to make you here, make you there. Last, you begin to look and say, I hate these people. And they're like, welcome to the party. You can't run away from them. Their actions, whether you are denying that or you are feeling powerful because, yeah, they have that chance now, everything get consequences. So, and when the heaven comes falling, chai. Innocent judges self go collect. Along. Innocent I mean, I don't want to say there's any innocent politician, innocent judge. I'm just saying in this particular charade, this particular organized crime that has taken over every sector in Nigeria, that everybody is feeling cool, making the whatever they can get, money, abi. But only consequences, and the consequences begin to happen. The amount of money, the number of armed police, armed soldiers, DSS, they will not be able to keep them away from the angry Nigerians in Joti when that cup go full. That is why some of them that will be dead before then, death is going to save them from what is coming new. And like I told you, every actions, also expect another counter or opposite reaction. All of this that judiciary, sharing it, and then, sharing the fiefdom, there will be consequences. And when the consequences begin to happen, now then you go know, say, these guys have no power over you. It's only because you have been able to be mentally, psychologically tamed. Say, people that are raising domestic animals, like dogs, some of these powerful, dangerous dogs. So, psychologically, they call it training. You can train them. Oh, the bulldog is so amazing. They are the gentlest. Sorry, dog lovers, because assuming they try to find everything to kind of pass my message. So I am not against dogs, okay? So dog owners, no taken too personal. I like dogs, but it's just that I'm also scared of them. Not scared physically to be running away from dog, but I'm just like, I'm always kind of fight day, fight no day. I'm always guiding around dogs. And when I'm around dogs, the size of the dog is what's going to make me feel like, somebody put this one for house. And you say they're aggressive. It's a very gentle soul. You don't know dog. I mean, dogs I agree. But every time I remember what dogs did to children that have been like when they mold them and all of that. And some of you will begin to look dumb. Jack is never like that. He never beat, he never bite people, he never bark at people. I don't know what is wrong with me. Oh, I'm so sorry. They're going to kill this dog. Because if your dog bites anybody for this country, they will put it down. They'll kill it. Sure you get. But if you look at those who have big dogs, and they go tell you, say, you come inside, they know they bite. And you will see somebody who probably doesn't even have the same body stature like you. And they walk straight to this massive dog. And they will touch it and they will touch it and say, sit, Jack, sit. Jack, lie down, Jack. I say, is a tamed dog. They are very, very lovely. Baba, a lot of you are living in denial of the consequences of the actions of these criminals. You are living in denial of that simply because you are not different from that tamed dog. They are lording over you because you allowed it. You are too scared to even stand up. Sure you get, because you are tamed. But in that your state, that taming state, one day, battery, I been a spark plug, go touch spark plug, they go create current. The people that are believe and confident that you are tamed, nothing you go do. Now so shout, una they shout, and the rest of that, they will now see mad dogs on the streets. Even with the armed soldiers, police, armored tank, DSS, all these things, you will see them run away. Now them go push you there, not me, Mayegun. Trust me. They should continue with what they are doing, right? And they should never stop. Now take a listen to this. Here is no, before you listen to this anyway, I think this one is a diss. Kalu we no go school. Talk saying go Chicago State University. Kalu we no work for Deloitte. Continue to claim that he's a treasurer with Deloitte. No, you weren't. You were not a treasurer anywhere. Guy, you are not. Okay? So while that one was going on, Atiku just dropped this small show. Say, okay, if you ain't go school, tell Tinubu to try this too. I saw that online. I was like, no be Thiefnubu get this sub. Let's say make Thiefnubu self go in alma mater, St. Paul Primary School, Aroloya, or he should go to the government college, Ibadan. Like that, he should walk in there. They will be happy to see him as their old students. Others said, Baba, you like Wahala more than trouble. And I said, well, it depends from which side you are looking at it. It's like when you go to the, Muson Center in Lagos, Abi? All right. So they said they saw a drunk man, right? And the moon was out. Okay, it was like at night. And they are like, come. What is this? This thing in the sky? Can we call it a moon or sun? When it is night, you call it moon, Abi. But during the day or in the noon, you call it sun. The sun is out. The moon is out. So a drunk guy was asked that, what was this? And he said, if you look at it from this side, it is moon. Now, when you look at it from this side, it is sun. And that kind of referred to that Moon Sun Center, but it's not Moon Sun Center per se. Here you get. So, they should continue, by the way. I am going to take you straight to where Sanwo-Ikú was defending their profligacy, their wastefulness, and their fraud. From the findings, by the way, Shebi, you heard about that fragrance, liquid fragrance. Liquid fragrance for 7.4 million. You heard that? Have you saw that? They also give the guy, the person they gave the contract to, now mechanic. And guess what? Even though they said they gave the contract to him or paid him, right? He never supplied anything. Now mechanic village for Ikeja, the guy there. The person that they awarded to supply perfume, supply fragrance inside the office of Sanwo-Ikú. Now, Sanwo-Ikú was telling everyone there that, listen, maybe we made some mistakes. You make mistake in billions. Are you actually for real? But I just wanted to hear him. I know I shouldn't let you see him, but I think you should. At least this is him now defending that fraud that got exposed. He's not defending it. He's just telling everybody, yeah, we did it. What you go do?
The Oba of Lagos, here ably represented by Opelua himself. Thank you very much, Opelua. Thank you. I saw some of your other white cap chiefs also at an event this morning. His Royal Majesty, the Ayenobunrin of Ikorodu, Oba Kabiru Adewale Shotibi, thank you very much. His Royal Majesty, Oloja of Epe, Oba Kamarudin Animasham, thank you. His Royal Majesty, Adigboruwa Afigbogbo, Oba Kasali, Abdulsemiu Kasali, His Royal Majesty Onisabe of Igbobi, Oba Wolabi Adeni, His Royal Majesty Adeni Ashade, the Iba, Oba Oniba of Iba Kingdom, His Royal Majesty, I think is the newest among them, Oba Amodu Tijani Oluwa, the Oluwa of Apapa, His Royal Majesty Alakeson of Akeson, Oba Abidemi, Najim, Aberi-Ejo, His Royal Majesty, Oba, oh, this represents the regent of Ikeja, Prince Isaac Adekunle Akpeno, and also a representative of Oba Said Elegushi, Oba Yuba Elegushi Letu. Thank you all very much. They all deserve a round of applause. And all white captives, they have come here elegantly dressed to support us here. Our political leaders, our leader, our GSC leader, Dr. Abayomi Fini, who is a leader in this locality. Thank you very much, sir. Senator Musili Obaniko, thank you. Olori Egbe, Prof. Professor Muiz Banire, who is also the president of the GRA resident in this community. Very troublesome president, but very capable and able. Senior lawyer, Oyinlomo Damole, thank you very much. Another troublesome, Egbon Fuadoki, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Dixon, thank you very much. All of our leaders, political leaders that are here, I want to thank all of you. You have turned out here in large number. Please, let's give them a round of applause. I'm truly, truly impressed with what I've seen here today. The representative of the chairman of our party, also the Mayegun himself, Mayegun Moshood, thank you very, very much. Thank you. But the thanks goes to the management staff and the staff of LAPCA. I think you all deserve a round of applause here today. Thank you very, very much. Distinguished guests, the Sonolu babes, the chairman and MD of our contracting company. Don't worry, you get other jobs because this is a beautiful building. You get other jobs. It's clear that you've done a good job. Distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, when you come for an epoch event like this, there's always joy and happiness around the clock. And why do I start? You've all heard that indeed in government, in 18 months, government can set their mind to do something and they can do it well. Government can set out to achieve an objective within 18 months, under 2 years, and they will achieve it. I want to thank the contractor. I want to thank the management of LAPCA. I want to thank everybody for making this edifice a reality. When I saw the picture about 3 weeks ago myself, I was truly, truly impressed. And I was proud with what all of you professionally have been able to do. Why do I say this? Just over the weekend, we saw on social media how government should not behave, how people can indeed politically push all of our attempts to be responsible, to be transparent, to be committed, how people can indeed turn it around. We do not have a problem with anybody, with any individual, and want to acknowledge that one, two, indeed, say that this is the way we should be doing. These are the things we should be. We don't have a problem with it. In fact, we appreciate criticism. We appreciate the fact that people can look at us in the face and say that you need to do well in this place. So we don't have a problem with the originator of an open letter with me. In fact, we like it, and we want to thank him. And that's to say that indeed, if it's a government that is transparent and is responsible, we should not shy away from criticism. But it's only when criticism is malicious, is unintended, and begins to misrepresent the truth, that's when there's a problem. And I'm sure that the officers in Lagos State, they've all come out to show that indeed you can make mistakes on some lines of items. I hear that there was a particular one in which an item was meant to be 2 million, it was written as 2 billion.
Nuisance Leleyi. Nuisance Leleyi. Nuisance Leleyi.
Just in case some of you who, I shouldn't play that video that long where he's calling other people there and all of that, okay? I shouldn't. But I needed something to give me just about 5 minutes break. So I had to put it with it here. And good enough, it got to a place where I was going to stop him anyway. And I've gotten what I wanted, all right? So he's there. Like I said, it's not, he's not trying to say, yeah, we did all of that, No. It's like, yeah, we did it. There's some mistakes. Yeah, we made some mistake. Make mistake, Abi. You'll now go remove 1 from 2 billion after you got exposed. What about others too? They don't care. Yeah, he said people are trying to turn us. I mean, they are trying to turn our good gesture. Like it is their good gesture to share how they are spending the public money. There are some people are now trying to turn that into something else and all of that. So that's why I shouldn't have shown you that. And for those who don't know Samuel Eku very well, somebody who actually knows him more, unfortunately, is not so different, okay? I'm talking about, this guy.
And the only way out for us is to continue to do that in the next 4 years. This particular aspirant, as you all know, you can go and check it, the records are there. This is somebody that has been arrested for spending fake American dollars in a nightclub in America. And he's been detained for months. And he knows that he has won mock shots for months before this whole thing was quenched. He's also known that he doesn't have the competence to do what he's being propelled to do. The records are there in Bagara General Hospital. This is somebody that has gone for rehabilitation before. We don't want to go too far, but we know.
Osho ni, ajẹ́ ni, ẹlẹ́bọlóògùn ni, amániṣe ni, afàìmániṣe ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀.
Man, and to those who are Muslims, okay? Now I give you this one, this prayer. Now your own be this. Let's see. Call. Right. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillah.
Rabbil Alamin. So what I was actually looking for was a video that Jack Mama Ojori Eja Mugari Igboro Rerin, the economic reform of Thiefnubu requires that you have to use the wisdom of Joshua B. Jacob. Wait, that guy, I'll show you. Mugari Ojori Eja.
In the time of poverty like this, the economic principle of Yusuf is what everybody should apply.
Must use the economic policy of Yusuf. When I posted this picture on Mayegun's Diary Politico, one weary came there. Apart from the wearies that came and said, are there no inflation in the UK? Some wearies came, and guess what they said? We have so many fish in the ocean. Why must you eat this one? Instead of everybody to go to the ocean to go and catch fish and use sardine. I said, when I don't join mad people, they be Nigerians, so I don't like you. 75% of Nigerians have mental health problem. Nigerian Ministry of Health. You have wearies that are also kind of entering public bus with you, going to class with you, going to work, or probably, we're everywhere about you. They said all of you should enter Babishi instead of buying 900 naira sardine, Titus. They say you should go and enter the sea because there are fish there to carry. And I'm like, they are the same people who told you that she must you eat rice. Me, I used to feed my family with rice and all of that. But with this economy, I just called my wife and said, listen, we are no longer eating rice in this house except, except on Ileya Day. I'll be Christmas. That is one lunatic that is motivating other lunatics on social media. One way they will come and say, I called my wife. I said, listen, I can afford to buy 20 bags of rice. Where they cannot buy 20 pieces of rice, so 20 pieces. Koro rice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 pieces of rice. Me also put 20 bags. Me also put 20 cups. 20 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carry on. Put on for your hand like this. Ask the guy to pay for it. They cannot afford it. But he's on social media because he wants to defend the criminals. And it's not like, so now still they eat rice. Oh my God. See this one, they still they eat rice. Somebody, one way that is using Facebook, free Facebook mode, Facebook free mode. He wants to defend those who have impoverished him. And he will now type this long one. There are rice from Benue. The Benue rice is very good. The Kebbi rice is so great. The Abakaliki rice is the best. The Akwa Ibom rice is there. They are opening another rice factory in Borono. They are opening another one in Sambisa. Now the way you can say, why is everybody complaining about price of rice? In this kind of economy, why are you eating rice? Why not just use the economic wisdom of Yusuf? Now, one afar, they tell people this one, and guess what? A lot of people are already living like this. Somebody requested for this video, and I've missed it too. May I play them for you, all of us?
In the time of poverty like this, the economic principle of Yusuf is what everybody should apply in his own lives. Eat little, save more. You don't know what is happening. Kese la nri lowo. $1 was just 800 naira or thereabout a couple of months ago. Now $1 is over 1,000 naira. How much will it go? Nobody knows. Torito on say falafulu. Ogba salary kilawa. Igberaga week. All bera recently like. Eat little and save more. Aye ta nje chicken kola wa yi ma. Aye shawarma koma. Aye ice cream ko. Mugari Jekpama gbàgbé táwọn doctor sọ pé kò ní nutritional value. Kí ló fẹ́ nutritional value pẹ̀lú kíni? Jekpama Mugari orí ẹja wallahi kò rẹ́rìn. Bó bá lọ ṣe falafolo pẹ̀lú owó ìyà ó jẹ ọba kan. This is the time to save more. Kálukú ló mọ tí ń san lówó school àwọn ọmọ nísìn. I started by paying 25,000 naira per term 2 years ago. Last year, 50,000. Wallahi, this year is 100,000 per child. Now, imagine having 4 kids going to school and I have to pay over 1.2 million naira in a year. Divide my salary in a year by 2. How much will remain? Gas is in Benley. Pampers in Benley. Emino so my boy yin ra fila yin ra so. Mbo ni ka fi gbogbo yin si ibad Allah. So this is the time to apply the basic principle of economics of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. Save more, eat a little. Somebody told me there is nothing to save. I told him you are a liar. Where do you get money to buy data and check Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram? You are on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. You are everywhere. And you say there is nothing to save. The money you use to buy data, save it. Do you need data to survive? Kí data auto de kila nlo, ṣé àgbáyé ni. This is a basic fact. Unless your data is fetching you money, wallahi o need the data. Kò need the kó maintain lọ Nigeria láyé, kí ló kàn bẹ́. You don't need it. Unless your data is fetching you money, we are spending more on until consume wa junta and save lọ. Ó lè máa wò pé lò data 200 naira per gig. 200 ìwọ fi sínú kóló. Tó fi sínú kóló. End of the month lọ sí kóló rẹ̀ kó wé tó wà ńbẹ̀. Yóò tó ń tẹ́ fi ra chicken lọ́jà.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
What
shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
Lord. You don't need data. You don't need anything or more. That guy and people like him, they are going to help a lot of you to enter that darkness. Now, when you can see yourself in a darker place, worse than where Bokwari puts you, the only voice you are going to be hearing will be my voice, Mayegun's voice. It may be too late. It may be not. But you will remember me telling you that whether you are living in denial of it, whether you are trying to defend it even though knowing the truth, whether you are benefiting or not, all of this, they will have their consequences. And the only people who are going to be the victims are mostly those who are believing these criminals. I was planning to go to Nigeria, the first week of December. And I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to Nigeria next month, okay? Or I may not. Because as I was thinking that I'm going to go to that Nigeria self, what is the kilo happen? You know what kills people more is the fear of what's going to happen. I'm not afraid of this guy, so I have not done anything else. I'm going to go until I come across this video. I say, oh boy, now lunatics take this place, so I know they go anywhere.
Governor, the governor state, the chief security officer state, will they arrest anybody. What they might kill a guy, the governor. The governor state, the chief security officer state, will they arrest anybody. What they might kill a guy.
You know that is a dubious dark ball. The criminal in charge of Ogun State, and I am from Ogun State. I go Dogbolu, I go Jebu, I will go everywhere, I'll do my thing. So if they come say, they have arrested Mayegu, breaking news. I promise you, if I get arrested in Nigeria like that, and everybody is saying, free Mayegu, free Mayegu, free Mayegu, free him now, free Mayegu now, free Mayegu now. So after maybe a week or a month, they will bring me out of their cell. They won't want to beat me so that I won't look swollen. Because any picture you take that time, they don't say, may they pray, may they just possibly just kill me there. You see, this is what where Shore and Co they do. Whether they go court, they do court this, they do court that, Abi. Me, I don't go do court too. Number one, I don't say they go, if they arrest me like that. So when they show my face, I go, they smile for all of you. Even though you'll be so worried, oh my God, Anna. But once their police bring me out and they started reading my offense, they will read my offense. They will tell all of you that I have been trying to cause problem. I have abused president. I have abused governors. I have abused this. All those things. They will charge me. Then all of you, even though you will miss me here, okay, don't worry. So all of you, when they now show my face, the first picture, I promise all of you, I will try for those few minutes. But maybe they don't do mistake because I'm doing this video now. So that the day you will hear that one of them done mad, don't arrest Mayegu. Even though you'll be wondering, well, Mayegu, what are you doing in Nigeria? How could you do this to us? I said, no, I'm not a criminal. You know what I mean? Like, it's a time for all of us to kind of begin to sense that, okay, I'm not a criminal and I have nothing to run away from and all that. The criminals who are controlling Nigeria, they have the power and they could do just anything in that contraption. Sure you get. So once they free Mayegu, once they put me for handcuff like that, the mistake they should not see, I'm saying this, if they arrest me or kidnap me for Nigeria, right? And everybody is asking free Mayegu. If they do mistake, come put me in front of camera. You know, as they will do, they will bring people in front of camera. They will say they are doing press conference. That young man, they will say they will read my, their police will come out and say, One Mr. Badero Olushola was arrested upon entering Nigeria. He has been wanted for cyberbullying of politicians and at the same time trying to, all those things where they read and all that. One Mr. Mayegun, 39. One Mr. Mayegun and one Mr. Badero, male, 39, and all of that. If they do mistake, can't say make all of the press people where they take my picture, they take video while they are reading all that nonsense. Because I would did there with handcuff like. Because I know say I have to smile fine because whatever picture they take, whatever video of me they make in that situation, right? They are going to outlive me. Sure, those are the images that are going to last for decades. And since I know the criminals that I'm dealing with, sure you get, if I'm in their care like that, I'll make sure I give you that very lovely smile and all that. But if they can't do mistake, allow their media to ask me question. It go be like those American hip-hop music. It's an old one, though. You know that what do you call it? Is that DEFCON jams or so? All those Jarus and the rest of them, they are gone like old guys now. When they will be singing in handcuffs and then the orange jumper, the prison jumper, and they're like that. You fuck, all that stuff, And they'll be like, fuck police, fuck this, fuck, and all of that. Now, so I go be, now them go off camera. Because I know, say, I have to give you it. If they do mistake, don't they say, press you, ask me question. Ask him questions, please. And they call Akon, God bless you, Akon. They can't say, sorry, Mr. Badero, are you the one they call Mayegun? I'll be like, you don't need to ask me much questions because what I'm going to say in the next 2 minutes, they will force all of you to turn off your cameras, okay? But don't miss it, Don't miss it, I bet you go lyrica. You go, as in, whether na commissioner of police, whether na whatever it is, they go beat me after everybody come out their camera. But you know something, right? You don't say me, I don't talk about their judges too. Sure you get. But I will still have to get, people will still have to say, let's get lawyer for him. Come and get his bail. Come and do this or that. It is called baptismal of fire. So I'm coming to Nigeria. All of Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, Buhari Dins, the Buhari Didens, the Buhari Idiots. I'm sorry that I'm alarming some of you. Like, are you serious? I'm serious. I'm going to be in Nigeria, and it could be any time from now. Anyway, with dubious Dakbo, I don't think I will. People who can do anything and disobey their court and do everything. That's what Nigeria is. Why should anybody want to risk that? It's not that risky. So thank you so much. I was going to take calls earlier, but I'm going to shift it to next time. So if you joined us midway, remember you can watch this all over again, okay? And if you have been with me all night, remember, at least over 2,000 of you, and we only have about 600 of us who actually like the video, right? So now we are all going to call it a night, okay? But please don't leave without liking the broadcast, okay? I will see you some other time, all right? It's another update. So take it easy and have a wonderful day and night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun #1. ṣeré àní máyégún máa wí. máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. ó sì tún ṣeré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò. máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ máyégún. máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó. máyégún dáyàrí náírà nọ́mbà wán. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. lórí Facebook. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. lórí YouTube. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. ijó ìgbádìyẹ. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. ìpẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú. máyégún máa wí. àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò. máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. àyè. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.